Alright, so before I continue with part two of my first one, let me go ahead and tell you about this. Listen, so if you like this and you want to hear more, just like, comment, share. You ain't even really got to share, but you can like it, subscribe, help me get up some more. Because I'm about to tell you about my last verse and in between of my last day on the streets, 2007. Alright, that day started off, it kind of started off like a normal day. Everything was the same. We was chilling, me and her, last story. So you get an understanding on the situation with me and her and why she was that important. So I was doing my thing, just a normal day. I had my son. I was riding around hitting sales out of Lil Mo car. Lil Mo is about to come up in part three. Part three gonna pick up from where I was talking about the first time, from when I met her, when I met her. So us three, a black dude, a mixed female, and a white chick in Pulaski Highway selling cocaine. Baltimore County. You know they ain't like that. You know they wanted my ass, right? Yeah. So it started off as a normal day. I had my son. Lil Mo was somewhere else, but me and T, we was running back and forth here and there. At that time, I had a black Explorer, and Mo had a white Crown Vic. But a lot of the sales was seeing me pull up and Mo white Crown Vic, so they wasn't expecting me in a black truck, which was crazy, but that's for later. So we even went to go see my PO. She had my son with me, start that day off. Then when we come back from seeing my PO, she had my son, and then I'm running around hitting sales. I'm hitting sales out of my black truck. Remember that, all right? Remember that, my black truck. So while I'm riding around hitting these sales, a lot of stuff not looking good, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. It's a lot of my sales is calling me, telling me that, once I finish seeing them, they saw other people. Damn, what's other people? So they say, I'll tell you up, but be careful, be careful, be careful. All of that. All right, so I wasn't paying attention. I was getting a couple dollars. It got up there. And this was when I kind of got tender dick and wanted her to stop, working off a back page and stop selling herself. I wanted her to, be like my partner. We riding out making money together. That's right. You heard me. Selling herself. I ain't even get to that part yet because I'm skipping, because I'm part two. I'm letting you know what happened. The end. So, alright, so yeah. So while I'm catching these sales doing them thing, something not right. I'm not seeing it, something not right. Something not right. We spending all that time in that hotel just catching sales, and my son at the apartment, and she at the apartment with my son. So everything was going according to plan, and it was on a Friday too. Friday, February the 2nd, 2007. Boy, it couldn't have got no worse for me at that time, because I had so much going on. I wasn't really paying attention to a lot, but I had a lot going on. I wasn't paying attention to the outside world. Well, anyway, I get a call from my son's mother. She telling me, oh, my mother get ready to come get him, have him ready. Okay, so I got my son ready. When I get my son ready, I walked him across the street to the Burger King and I met my son's mother's mother. So my son's grandmother at the Burger King. She got him. They left. Now I'm in full grind mode because I don't have my son. Don't nobody gotta watch my son. So now T went to the hotel. I'm in an apartment. So I'm in an apartment with Mo. We just finished bagging up. After we bagging up, she goes outside to stash it outside. Because I always tell her, like, don't nobody have nothing in here because I'm the one that's going to go down. Like, y'all young. Y'all real young. When it hit the fan, I'm going down. Y'all not. So they're like, okay. Well, today was that day that it hit the fan. Because, remember I told you T was in a hotel, hitting her sales and, working out the hotel. She called me like, yo, I think I'm getting followed. I see a dude and he's sitting in the Burger King right now. He following me. And now he in the Burger King just sitting there acting like he reading the paper. So I'm like, you smoke too much fucking weed. You paranoid. That's all it is. You paranoid. That was my excuse all the time when she said she was getting followed. I said, you paranoid. You paranoid. She wasn't paranoid this day. So she went and tried to like go inside the Burger King and see what he ordered. He ain't ordered nothing. He's sitting inside the Burger King. And this is the Burger King on Pulaski Highway. You got Pulaski Highway and you got the Old Philadelphia Road right here. So the Burger King in the middle is you can cut over to Old Philadelphia or cut over to Pulaski. Well, I got tired of her, kept telling me that he's sitting there doing something. So I leaves out and I goes over there. When I go over there, I'm like, who you talking about? When I see her, she just standing on the corner. It made me think she set this up, but that's a later part I'm going to tell you about. So when I get over there, she's standing on the corner and she point back in the Burger King. So I looked at him. He didn't look like no threat. Looked like a scrawny old white dude. Like, I don't know, the dude Kramer off of not Kramer, but George Costanza off of Seinfeld. So that's what he looked like. So I said, man, fuck him, man. I ain't worrying about that. Come on, fuck it, come on. Lucky I didn't walk back to that hotel. Don't forget the apartment that was over here, the hotel over there. So lucky I didn't walk to that hotel. I was walking towards it with her like, fuck that. We gonna go get your shit, then we gonna come back over here. I don't know what it was. I just said, let me go see what's up with this dude, man. So I turned back around and walked in there, walked to the Burger King. When I turned back around, you're walking out the Burger King towards us. And I'm like, what the fuck? He got the newspaper folded under his arm. And then he like this, like he fumbling with some money or something in his hand. When I got like a couple feet away from him, that's when I saw the barrel like that big. The barrel was like that big. He was like, get on the ground, get on the ground, get on. I'm like, what the fuck? When he said that, police came from everywhere. Philadelphia Road, they came from Pulaski Highway. They came from all these little side streets and shit everywhere. Let that whole parking lot up. So when they get me on the ground, the unmarked car came, skirt, and was like, he was like, we got you. You stupid motherfucker. We got you, you stupid motherfucker. All we was waiting for was for your son to get picked up. We got you. I say, what? So that's letting me know that they was watching me all that day. So they watched me all that day. So, all right, boom. We get locked up. We sitting in a car the whole time. They trying to get a search warrant for the hotel. They got a search warrant for my apartment. So they already in my apartment, ransacking that motherfucker, taking shit all apart, throwing shit away. My peoples told me it was piss on my clothes, on shit everywhere. So they trying to get a search warrant for that hotel. Luckily, I didn't put that motherfucker in my name, so I'm still panicking. But she in the hot seat, because she was in that motherfucker. I was in the apartment. I knew what nothing in the apartment, but the conspiracy would connect me to a lot of that shit. So while they turned my apartment apart, they found a few things. Like they found a dirty razor, they found a dirty plate, and empty bags. They found a piece of paper where we was playing spades. They called it an O sheet. this how I keep track of who owe me money and who, all that old dumb shit. They put all that shit on me. So boom. All right, so we goes down to the district. We sitting in the district, and I'm wondering what happened to that house raid to the hotel, because they not telling me nothing. I get my charge papers. They only charging me for the paraphernalia and a couple of rocks that they found in my stingy pocket and a pair of jeans that was in there. So one day I got drunk and had 5 Reddies in my pocket and forgot about that shit. Took them pants off and threw them in a hamper or something, but they found them bitches. So I'm looking like, yeah, I'm good. At this time, the females was getting in the bullpens across the hall from us. So I asked her, I said, what's up? She got that look on her face, like, I'm like, what? She said they got everything. I mean, it's like I read her lips, but it was like she was saying it. They got everything. And I'm thinking like, what? But then, mind you, I'm looking at my charge papers like, I'm not charged with all that shit. You charged with all that shit. So I'm looking at my charge papers when she telling me that they got everything. So I'm like, damn, they got everything? Why I ain't get charged with that shit? Man, listen. The next morning, they called me out. They told me to give them my charge papers. I went back in. Then, when they moved me upstairs, they gave me a new set of charge papers with all that shit. All the fucking scale, the coke, all that shit that was in the hotel. I'm like, how? How in the fuck? But that's what happened. So, boom. So now we go to Bellevue. I see her and Mo, next day at Bellevue. When we get in Bellevue, she got a $7,500 bill, and Mo got a $2,500 bill, I think it was. But me, I got a no bill. So I said, what? I kind of knew that though, because I had all these other drug charges. Like I had drug charges out Cherry Hill, Westport, O'Donnell Heights, fucking West Virginia, Morgantown. I had drug charges everywhere. So I knew I was going to get a no bail. Boom, so it's a no bail. So, yeah, I'm sitting. So, so weeks skip by. I'm getting my discovery and all of that shit. I find out these bitches, they serving people outside of the apartment. Not when somebody call their phone, instead of them driving to go meet the motherfucker, they telling them pull up in the parking lot, and they serving them outside the building. So the whole, man, they watched me for all of 2006, damn near all of 2006. And they had my movements. They even seen me going in the hotel room with two broads on a freak off tip. And it was in my indictment paper, which meant I know it was in her indictment paper. But I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, bitch, you was selling pussy. You ain't mad because I'm freaking off for 2 different broads. You bet not be. You selling ass. No, she was mad. So I guess at that time she felt like, fuck him, I'm getting out of this shit. So she called her family and let her family know what's up, and they got her out of there, got her a lawyer. Now, my lawyer come to see me. At this time, I'm locked up for like 9 months, 10 months. My lawyer come see me like, buddy, you in the hot seat on this one. It's like you had 2 females selling cocaine because you the one that had all the drug charges. You the one who been back and forth in the prison, and these girls have no records. You looking bad. Take the 10. I said, take 10 years? Man, the fuck out my face. I said, I'm paying you. I'm not taking no 10 years. So he said, all right, so if you want me, you paying me to fight. I'm going to go in there, but I can't guarantee we going to win because they got so much evidence against you. At that time, I'm 28 years old. And you got to understand, I'm in my 20s, so I'm not really giving no fucks. Like, so we're going to fight. If I get found guilty, I'm a hothead. So, shit. Yes. A month later, when I told them take it to trial, they said, oh, you want to take it to trial? Let's go. Next month, we picking a jury. I'm like, oh, shit. They really trying to go. So I asked them about that 10. The old heads were telling me, boy, you better take that 10. This is Baltimore County. They going to lay you down, blah, blah, blah. So I asked for the 10. They said, nah. The judge said that shit is off the table. They offered it to you. You ain't want to take it. Now we going to trial. I said, okay, take that shit to trial. Take it to trial. We go to trial. That shit lasts for 3 days. I got found guilty on everything. Conspiracy, distribution, cocaine with intent, possession with intent, all of these charges, I got found guilty. So now I'm like, fuck, yo, I'm fucked up. She's on the street now. So I get somebody to contact her, and I'm talking to her, and I remember this was my heart. I thought she really loved me like that, which I thought. So she say, yo, you just got 25 years. What you want me to do? Like, I'm young. I'm not even 21 yet. What you want me to stay and hold you down for 20 something years? You gotta be real. Yeah, she said that. She said that, and I was crushed. So I never forget that day when she said that. I went in the cell, came back out with all my mail, took that shit in the record while I was watching TV, and tore that shit up piece by piece into little teeny pieces. Because I ain't never want to look at that shit again, and I was done. Gave me my time. Fast forward from 2007 all the way up to 2015, 16, Donald Trump in office. First, President Obama was in office, and then he changed them drug laws, but it only worked for the federal inmates. So, okay, everybody thinking like, yeah, it's going to come down to the state. It's going to come down to the state. Obama got us. Hell no. Obama ain't do shit. He helped the federal inmates out. And a lot of them dudes, which I respect, a lot of them dudes that was in the feds came home. A lot of them was doing some heavy numbers. But what about us in the state? I got caught on a conspiracy charge, but they ain't find shit. So, yeah, they ain't find shit on me. That hotel room wasn't even in my name. That shit was in one of her tricks' name, one of her dates. And come to find out, he been told them. He fell in love with this little bitch pussy. So he told her, you need to get away from him. He's a drug dealer. I'm telling you, I could take care of you, saying all that shit. I told her, I said, yo, stop fucking with him. We'll find somebody else to get that room because he's going to be our downfall. She ain't want to listen. So, yeah, he was our downfall. This whole time he was telling them exactly what she was doing for me. So she ain't even really need no lawyer. Like, yo, put them peoples on me. So, after that, so I was locked up from February 2007 up to 2016, and Trump was in office then. Trump spoke with Kim Kardashian, whatever the fuck they did, I don't care. I just know that he came out and signed that bill. If you remember that shit, I remember it like it was yesterday because it affected me. Because I had 25 years, no parole, and 2 consecutive years for paraphernalia. The fucking plates, the scale, and the dirty razors. I had 2 consecutive, so I actually had 27 years. 25 of that shit was no parole. So now that's 2015, 16, and he come out. So the old heads in the rec hall like, yeah, shorty, you gonna be all right. You gonna sit like another 2 years, and then you all right. I'm telling you, you good. So now that crushed my hope. I'm thinking like, damn, 2 years. They was kind of right, because a year later, I got a letter in the mail telling me, you've been identified as a 3-time drug felon, a subsequent non-violent offender, because they ain't find no gun, they ain't find nothing. I ain't had no violent charges. It was just nothing but drugs. So they were saying, and this was 2017, the middle of 2017. So they were saying, your case will be called up soon. I tell the old heads in the rec hall, the first thing they say, oh yeah, shorty, you gonna sit about 2 or 3 more years, and they just gonna let you go. So now I'm devastated, like, them niggas ain't know what the fuck they was talking about. Because I never forget, after New Year's, it had to be like January the 4th or 5th or something like that. I got a letter in the mail telling me, your case is on TBD, to be determined. Be ready, because you have an upcoming modification hearing for your sentence. This was early 2018. So I said, oh shit, for real? Yeah, for real. So I said, damn, we gonna do this. So they come get me for court. I go to court. They come get me. So that happened in January. June of that year, they come get me for court. June of 2018, they come and get me for court. when they come and get me for court, I'm in a courtroom, and I'm thinking like, it feel like we was gonna go to trial all over again. But I'm thinking like, damn, it's so many niggas, it's so many fucking lawyers. Everybody just piled up because it's that drug law. So they coming in. So it's my turn to step up. They say, Mr. Williams, you've been identified as a 3-time drug felon. Your case is to be heard. I said, hold on, this ain't the case now. They said, yes, Mr. Williams, your case is to be heard in front of honorable judge, whatever. We're going to give you time to talk to your public defender. You no longer have an attorney. You and your trial attorney went through litigation. And I understood what that meant. That meant was when I got found guilty, I had to try to get back in trial by saying my trial lawyer ain't do shit. I said, fuck him. He fucked up. He the reason that I'm in here. So I couldn't use him again. I had to use a public defender. So they said, we'll give you a couple months to come back with an attorney. So I'm like, okay. So this is June. By November or December, matter of fact, no, this was June. December was when the public defender came to see me way up in Cumberland. And he told me, Mr. Williams, don't even worry about getting a lawyer. I already understand that your family may be inquiring about getting a lawyer, but they want you to spend money. Do not worry about this, Mr. Williams. This is December 2018. I'm going to have you home by next year, by summertime probably, or spring. Just hold on, okay? I'm like, all right. Public defender talking big shit. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So I go back in the record. I'm telling the old heads. They're like, nah, shorty, he playing games with you. He just going to throw you, shorty. You just sitting there for no reason. He going to play you. He going to make you sit out some more time, blah, 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 blah. So now my hopes is down again. Like, springtime hit. Now this is months later, so now it's 2019. This is probably like springtime. I think it will be like April or March or April or something like that. He come to see me again. And as soon as I come down, sat down to see him, because my hopes was done. I was listening to the old heads, so I wasn't even worrying about none of that. So my hopes was already done. But when he came to see me, like March, I think it was March or April of 2019, he said, you ready for the good news? I said, what? He said, I got an offer on the table for you. You plead guilty to distribution and you take 20 years and you'll get cut loose from the courthouse. I said, when? Let me sign that right now. He said, you already been locked up for 12 and a half years. If you take 20 years right now, that's going to let you go in a couple of months, and you'll be on parole for probably 7 to 8 more years, but it's better than being in here. I said, well, I got to sign that. I'll take that 20. Shit, I've been locked up for 12 and a half years already. Why not? So, okay. He said, all right, I'm going to get you a court date. So I tell the old heads, they're like, oh, shorty. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to hear this shit this time. They talking about you got like another year and a half before you go to court. Bullshit. I was listening to them. I ain't listened to them because in fucking, I think it was May the 15th of 2019, I got a paper saying, be ready, your court date is any day now. May the 15th, remember that. May the 31st, when the police came to my door with a cart like, Williams, pack up, you going to court. I said, what? May the 31st of 2019. So after 12 and a half years and all of the people I lost, I'm getting ready to go home. So June the 2nd, 2019, I was walking out on Greenmount Avenue like, oh my God, I'm home after being gone. The new phones, I see new phones. They got all of these damn new apps. Everything is new, so I'm catching up to everything. So before I got locked up, the best phones was the church phones. When I come home in 2019, they got screen phones. You can see people FaceTime and all that shit. So I asked the little nigga on Greenmount, boy, let me hold your phone real quick, call my people to come get me. He said, what you just got out? He said, what you just got out, dummy? I'm like, yeah, I ain't like that shit. Because remember, shit changed from back in 2007. So I said, damn, how'd you use this phone? Somebody was trying to FaceTime him. I said, oh shit, how you use this phone? So he called my peoples, they got happy. I said, come get me. And that was it. 12 and a half years I was hurting. My mother passed away. Both of my homeboys got killed. My brother got locked up in Virginia. And it was over. Like, my whole world changed. I come home to a whole new world. Niggas wearing tight pants now. Niggas is acting like bitches. Niggas is living off of females. Niggas is not getting it no more. These niggas is not on a corner with guns on them. Like you a killer, but you not off of drugs. Like, I don't know how this happening. That's how, it was a fucked up world to me. I'm standing on Greenmount, walking up Greenmount, waiting for my sister. I'm looking at, niggas is fucked up. So it was a whole new world, and that day I decided I'm done. I'm not fucking with nothing no more. I'm getting a job, and that's just how it is. And I got a job, and I've been working for 5 years now. I got my shit on my own. I bought my shit on my own. No drug money, no nothing. And I got a 21-year-old son. I got 2 granddaughters. I'm with my granddaughters every other weekend probably. Me and my girl. I got my granddaughters every other weekend. Every weekend sometimes. I live for that. I'm not in that shit no more. I know for a fact that if I was to jump back out there, the way I whip, because I ain't buying no work from nobody. I'm buying my shit and cooking my shit. Niggas gonna get mad. Somebody gonna kill me, or I'm gonna have to kill somebody. So why not just work, right? That's the end. I've been through a lot.